What is up everyone? In today's video I'm gonna be showing you how you can actually use the PostgreSQL database for your Jira data center so you can actually retrieve some of the data actually from your database. Actually, for a prerequisite for this, you would actually need to connect your Postgres SQL database to your data center in order for this to work. I will leave the link down in the description so you can actually do this and do all of the setup for yourself. See ya. Alright guys, so here I am inside my Postgre admin page. So the very first thing that you will actually be introduced with is to actually create your database that is going to be called the Jira DB. And when you actually create this Jira DB within your Postgre, and you actually want to make sure that at least your Postgre is version 11, otherwise it might actually really work in a specific way. So make sure that you actually really have this version. Now, when you actually expand everything, so when you expand the schemas, you're actually going to see that this is going to be your public schema. Within your public schema, you're having your like around 425 tables that are actually generated when the Jira application was created. Now these are the tables from here that where you can actually retrieve some of the data. So one of this data was actually retrieving the app user. So if actually there are more app users, so you can go select all from app user, execute this query, and this is what you get. So you get the ID of this user, you get the user key, and also you get the lower user name. The another one thing that actually I found interesting was at least to go for the projects. Let me go here. Yeah, for the project I see here there the columns like ID, project name, URL, lead description, project key, project counter, assignee type, avatar, original key, and project type. So if we query this, there are going to be a lot of stuff that is not like really kind of, let's say, relevant. Sure, if you're using the URL and you actually want to fetch this, but this p counter and assignee type, not really. And this avatar, the numeric stuff, it's like I don't really kind of need it. So now the question is, can you really combine more more tables into one? And the answer is yes, you can. So I was really interested in having some of the workflow schemes in here. So this is what I have from, okay, this is the query history. This is select all from the project, and I get this. But what happens if I go with project and workflow scheme? Well, the table itself is going to be appended and everything else is going to be appended. So you're going to see some of the duplicates in here. But the additional information that you're actually getting here is about the name of the of the workflow, because for the column you're actually seeing the name and also the ID of the workflow itself. So it's really actually kind of handy information to have. So what do I want to have from here? So first of all, I want to have the project name. Let's go with ID, project name. Let's go with project key. Let's also go, so none of this. So for the project type, for example, and also I'm gonna get the name. All right, select ID and everything like this. Oh, sorry. Select p name key. Okay, that was my mistake. P name column doesn't exist. Okay, sorry. From, and this is going to be the project, and it's going to be workflow scheme. And if I add the ID here, column reference ID is ambiguous. Okay, it really is. So yeah, let me just get these here. So, but then again, still we're actually getting some of the duplicates in here. So we can see we have something like Scrum, Kanban, Scrum, Kanban, Scrum, Kanban, and stuff like that. And it's defining me the duplicates. So I have the duplicates in here, and I actually kind of want to get rid of them. So let me just see. Can I make this distinct? Not really. I just distinguished this from this. Okay. So this was kind of distinguished. But if I go with a Kanban, it's showing me the Scrum. It's showing me the Scrum scheme, which is not something that we really want to have. But there are like a lot of tables in here that you can actually take a look. Project version. Okay, this seems interesting, but this is like the version name, when it was released, when it was archived, so everything like that. Also you have for the project key. So if I go select all from project key, so what do I get? I get this. So I get the project key itself, and I also get the ID and the project ID as well. But these two are basically the same. But I understand why actually this is kind of here, because this is the primary key and the increment is like by 1, but then again it's like this one, right? And you can also save the results into the file. That's actually pretty interesting as well. So a lot of power you actually have for your okay. So I can also get the labels. Okay, if there are actually some. So I don't have any labels in here. Let me just add some labels pretty quickly. Okay, let me just add them. So this actually could be like really good, but also this is something that you cannot find with your GQL. This is it. This is the character of it. This is the all the issue ID of it that is actually in there, and this is the value of the labels that we have retrieved. So Jira issue. Okay, so I believe from here select all from Jira issue. So since then this should, yeah, of course. Yeah, this is showing basically everything. This is the summary, this is the description, this is what the priority is, and this is the idea of a priority itself. And also you have the issue status, what is actually the issue status and the ID of that issue status. And also there's this good definition of a workflow ID, which is pretty interesting. So there's like if this has been archived or not. So you can get a lot of the data that is interesting. And also you can get the draft workflows. That's actually pretty interesting to have if something is like really in draft and not being in use. Gadget user preference, user preference key, preference value, field configuration, feature, entity, okay, property. So a lot of great things that you can actually get from these tables in here. So like I said, in order to install this, so first of all you need to download the Postgres. That's one thing. The second thing that you actually need to do is to download the latest. So what I did, I downloaded the latest version of the Jira data center, which is the version 10. And when you download it, it's going to prompt you to actually connect with your database, and it's going to show you the options. So it's going to show you the Postgres, it's going to show you the SQL Server, Oracle, etc. In my case, I selected the Postgres because I find it to work pretty well for me. So yeah, this is pretty interesting to have. And once you're actually done with that, you actually need to create the database that is going to be for your Jira DB, and then you're actually gonna be inserting your Jira DB when it's asking you for the name of the database. For the port is going to be the one that you specify. Also the host name, yeah, that is the another thing, and this is probably are going to be set up when you're actually doing the real setup of the PostgreSQL when you're doing the installation process. So it's gonna ask you for your host name, what is going to be your port, what is going to be the password. So you actually need to remember this password so you can enter it within your Jira data center so the connection can be successful. But yeah, other than that, everything else is basically there. And yeah, all right, so okay, so hope you like and enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.